It's not over. It's not done. I still believe Arsenal can win the Premier League. All of these rhetorics and narratives are the truth of what I really feel. A couple of days after the Man City loss, I'm never one to really wallow in negativity, because as long as there's an opportunity to change, you have to. As much as I am so disappointed in the fact that Arsenal have jeopardised the lead that they had, the comfortability, and what was looking like a season where we're going to cruise to the league, it's still not done. To me, it's even kill. Even if City win their game against Burnley tomorrow and they go above on goal difference, it's just 5 games left. Both teams have shown a level of inconsistency and show that they're not going to be consistent. I think only Arsenal have gone on a 5-win streak twice this season. City have gone on a 6-game win streak once. Obviously, I know they're currently on a 2-win streak, but still, both teams have tough fixtures. Maybe you could argue City have the tougher fixtures, but at the end of the day, I think for me, the performance that Arsenal gave against City, if it was met with a win, I think would have exploded everyone's belief. But I think for me, it gave me enough to know that these players won it. Because after the Bournemouth game, I was so sick, because it was like, you're home, you're playing lesser opposition. Bournemouth are a very good team. You're playing City next week. That's not a certified win. You don't want to put so much pressure on that game, because you might not win that game, which is what happened. And then you play like that. You play like a team that didn't deserve to win. You got completely dominated. In this game, I actually can say that I feel like we deserved to win. We saw the way that we came out and we played. We saw that we played for 90 minutes. The chances that we created, the chances that Havertz has missed, but we had a lot of chances there to win that game. And we would have been well earned for that result. But the performance has given me confidence, because if we had played how we've been playing for the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, if I'm honest with you, and then played against City, and even if we had got a result, it might have won the Premier League, inverted commas, but it wouldn't have given us confidence that we had then seen another similar performance and then a draw. How do we feel? If the team, to me, it's simple. Not everything becomes simple, but it's a shootout. Who can score the most goals, who can concede the least amount of goals, and who can win the most amount of games. So Arsenal got to see it like that. I think, to me, it's no coincidence. I was, and just to say this for free, innit? I'm one of those people. You can call me deluded, you can call me positive, extremely, whatever name in the sun. It doesn't really make me a difference. End of the day, I like to analyse football. I like to have a perspective way of looking at things. I'm an Arsenal fan. I want this team to win. I back my team constantly. And at the end of the season, conversations, whether that's around players, the manager, everything in general, if it doesn't go right, will happen. But as long as we have the chance to still do what we need to do, we're still in the Champions League semi-final, haven't played the first leg yet, and we have basically a 5-game shootout, 3 home games, 2 away games, and an opportunity to still win this league. I'm still going to back this team, because that's what I want. Now, if you are angry, or if you're an Arsenal fan and you feel annoyed, you've given up, you want the manager out and stuff, that's valid feelings. But I'm not there. So you can probably go to someone else's channel and probably find that, and obviously be in that space and it. But for me, I'm coming here to just talk. So if you want to hear some talk, perspective, I guess positivity, belief, then I'm here, because that's the kind of person I am in life and naturally. So just to put that out there. But I think the performance was good. I think seeing Declan Rice saying it's not done, seeing the way the away fans at the ground were clapping the team for a long period of time after the loss, seeing the way that the players played, I like the fact that I like the lineup. I don't think it's a coincidence that we probably had our best performance of this calendar year against Man City, obviously, given the big games, because of the lineup that we played. And we're still missing the likes of Timber and Calafiori and Saka. I think, yes, as frustrating and polarising Havertz is, if this guy could finish, if Kai Havertz could finish, he'll be one of the best strikers in the world, in my opinion, because his overall game is amazing. But he misses too many big chances. But at the same time, it's no coincidence that Arsenal are able to play this way with Kai Havertz in the team and with someone like Odegaard being played in the midfield. And then I like the boldness of putting Eze on the left, getting your best ballers onto the pitch. I think moving forward this season, if Arsenal will have anything positive, Eze and Odegaard have to share the pitch as long as they're both fit. Whether that's both in midfield, whether that's, Eze off the left, Odegaard in the 10 position, that needs to happen. Kai Havertz has to start. He has to start. That's just simple as plain as it is. If you want to exert dominance, when you give yourself the greatest chance to have everyone else play, then that's what it is. A facilitating type striker who's a great outlet. And hopefully the rest of the team can start to bunch in and score goals. The second thing is we need to return to the defensive solidity that built this team. We're not a great attacking team. You know that, I know that, the whole world knows that. But we are the best defensive team, in my opinion, still in the world and definitely in the Premier League. But the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, we haven't showed that. 2 goals against Man City, 2 goals against Bournemouth, 2 goals against Southampton, 2 goals against City in the Carabao Cup. conceding goals or conceding goals or conceding goals. And at the end of the day, this is also what's putting a lot of pressure onto us, because teams are feeling like they can attack us. They know that the attack is not deadly, and we're in this situation. I think we kind of returned back to some of our what we know, our ID against City, even though obviously we did concede a couple of chances, we did concede 2 goals, the way that we played. And I think it felt like I was actually watching Arsenal on Sunday. For a lot of weeks, it's not felt like I'm watching Arsenal. I felt like I was watching a team just trying to edge over the line. We're not been playing no ounce of football. We actually played a lot of football, created a lot of openings, and it could have been a very, very different result. Now, there's huge pressure on the manager, there's huge pressure on these players to perform. Obviously, we'll see where we stand once City play against Burnley in terms of goal difference, in terms of them probably edging above us in the table. I'm so upset because I said in October that we wouldn't see second again, and now we are. But this is the situation that we're in. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I believe and I want this team to win, and I'm going to back them and still push that we can win, because the opportunity is still there. Nothing is all the advantage and buffer and all those things is really gone. Momentum is definitely swung to City's way. Psychologically, let's see how this affects the players. But as a fan, and I'm pretty sure I know, and many other fans similar to me, we're still looking at what we want. And what do you want? I want to win the league. I want to win the Champions League. I want to win a major. Until those opportunities or that possibility is fully gone, I'm still going to believe. Call it deluded, call it super positive, call it whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. That's just the truth. At the end of the day, this is how I support my club. And this is how I like to look at football, and this is the perspective. And I don't think there needs to be all panic and doom. I woke up yesterday, I didn't feel as angry as I did the week before against Bournemouth. Didn't feel as angry. I don't know why. Maybe it's because we played well. Maybe because it's expected that you can lose against City. Maybe because at the end of the day, it's not this loss or this game that was definitive of the form and the poor play that we've been showing for the last couple of weeks. Four losses or 4 domestic losses in a row is insane. This is the worst Arsenal form Arsenal have been in years. To kind of give some clarity. But at the end of the day, this is where we're at. The first game week where we don't have a midweek game, opportunity for players to rest hopefully and come back. Are we going to see Saka for the rest of the season? I have a feeling that we probably won't. But imagine he comes back and you add him to this team as they stay on the left, Odegaard in the middle. You know, you put a Calafiori left back or something, and Timber somehow gets some minutes. The team looks very strong coming to this crunch time. I don't think Arsenal or City are going to win the rest of the games. They can, and they might well do. But with the form they've been showing this season, the consistency, the problems City have been showing defensively, athleticism-wise, Arsenal, attacking-wise, pressure-wise, and in general, I think both teams will drop points. Both teams have difficult games. Arsenal have 2 home games back-to-back. You got to win those. The Bournemouth game last week, you threw away 1 home game. You got to win those. You got to win those. And especially where you have the Champions League wedged in the middle, you want to keep momentum and keep the flow going, because making the Champions League final is another thing that Arsenal ain't done in almost 20 years. Not almost, in 20 years. So we're still in the situation where the season can be done. I mean, season can be still special. It's just so frustrating that we've thrown it away. I'm not here to tell anyone how to be a fan. If you feel like it, if you've put all your belief and it's run out, I can't blame you, because I can understand. Like, this team has been performing poorly. It's been going like this year after year after year, so I understand. But for me, I'm still here. 5 games left, 5 wins, five good opportunities to potentially still win this league, and the Champions League still there. Simple task: win your game, score a lot of goals, and concede the least amount of goals. Return back to what you know, your idea of defensively defending and shutting out teams, and then be efficient in attack. And then see what you do. That's just the main thing. But have that belief, and I feel like seeing the way the players played, seeing the way that the fans afterwards rallied, obviously I've seen a lot of negativity, I've seen a lot of positivity, surprisingly, from a lot of people coming, messaging me, seeing it on their content, and I'm just like, you know what? End of the day, we all want one thing: for Arsenal to win. Till that's definitely not going to happen, then the serious conversations will start happening, and trust me, they will happen. I'm going to believe and back the boys constantly, because at the end of the day, I want to win. I want to be at the end of the season jubilating and not upset. And we're not at the end of the season where we need to be upset, because there's a lot that can change. 1 game each swing, and then all of a sudden it's either an advantage City or advantage Arsenal. So end of the day, go and win this title. It was never going to be Arsenal's first title in 20 years. Was never going to be easy. I hate saying this as it's just annoying, because this is the Arsenal way. The first title was never going to be easy, and we've clearly made it more difficult for ourselves. But go on and make the decision. Havertz, Odegaard, Eze, Mikel Arteta, and such like. I think, just to mention, I think Gabriel's quite lucky that he didn't get sent off, and I think that luck might potentially save our season, because Gabriel got a straight red. That would have been a 3-game ban, and obviously out of 5 games, not having Gabriel, already having the injuries to Calafiori, and that makes it peak. And then you also look at, obviously, just the emotional side, keeping your head, because I understand the frustrations that game. I was feeling those frustrations that game. Definitely those players are. But you got to keep your head. As one of our leading players, you have to. On top of, obviously, but he probably was upset at his performance. Obviously, Haaland getting the goal, probably feeling that fault for the first goal as well. I think Saliba showed his class yesterday, against City in that game. We didn't just oozed class, and he's oozed class all season. To me, he might be up there for my player of the season, I'll be honest with you. But we'll talk about that later. Ultimately, Arsenal, what are you about? Mikel Arteta, what are you about? And it's just not done. That's just the truth of it. It might feel like it's done because of how much advantage we had, the momentum and how it's feeling, but end of the day, life is never so linear, and I think nothing's ever so smooth. But end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to get your results and get your wins. And we still have a great opportunity to make this season still special. We just got to take it. But I believe, and I truly believe, if we play like how we played against City, if we play that type of football, we play that open, expansive, but we defend a bit better, we get our press correct, because sometimes the press was a bit off, and we finish our chances. Biggest question in Arsenal's squad, because we don't have clinical and ruthless finishers, but can we finish our chances? Can these players lock in 5 games, 6 games, 7 games, whatever it is, including Champions League, to finish their chances and be clinical and win games? And let's see what we do. I truly believe the City won't win every game, but I can also say I don't think Arsenal will win every game. But will Arsenal win enough and score enough to make sure that they're on top? I believe they can. My confidence has dwindled, but my belief and confidence are mutually exclusive. And for so long as we are still in a position that where we can still win, I'm still going to believe, I'm still going to back the boys, I'm still going to back this team, and I'm still going to back the manager, Mikel Arteta. So comment down below if you feel like what I'm saying is true or deluded. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. And I'm still going to believe, I'm always going to believe, because I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not into any of this other stuff. I'm just an Arsenal fan that wants to see my team win the trophy and have harpers in the air. Catch you guys in the next video.